Goodbye, New York, song from the wrong side of the Hudson. You were the big fat city we called hometown. You were the lyrics I sang but never wrote down. You were the lively graves by the highway in Queens, the bodega where I bought black beans, stacks of the times we never read, nights we never went to bed, the radio jazz, the donut cart, the dogs off their leashes in Tompkins Square Park. You were the tiny brass mailbox key, the joy of us and the sorrow of me. You were the balcony bar in Grand Central Station, the blunt commuters and their destination, the post-wedding blintzes at 4 a.m., and the pregnant waitress we never saw again. You were the pickles, you were the jar, you were the prize fight we watched in a bar, the sloppy kiss in the basement at Nell's, the occasional truth that the fortune cookie tells, Sinatra still swinging at Radio City. You were ugly and gorgeous, but never pretty. Always the question, never the answer, the difficult poet, the aging dancer, the call I made from a corner phone to a friend in need who wasn't at home, the fireworks we watched from a tenement roof, the brash allegations and the lack of any proof. My skyline, my byline, my buzzer and door, now you're the dream we lived before. I saw you walking. I saw you walking in Newark Penn Station in your shoes of white ash. At the corner of my nervous glance, your dazed passage first forced me away, tracing the crescent berth you'd give a drunk, a lurcher, nuzzling all comers with ill will and his stench. But not this one, not today. One shirt arm's sheared clean from the shoulder, the whole bare limb wet with muscle and shining dimly pink. The other full sheathed in cotton, Brooks Brothers type, the cuff yet buttoned at the wrist, a parody of careful dress, preparedness. So, you had not rolled up your sleeves yet this morning when your suit jacket, here are the pants dark gray with subtle stripe, as worn by men like you on ordinary days, and briefcase, you've none, reverse commuter come from the pit with nothing to carry but your life, were torn from you as your life was not. Your face itself seemed to be walking, leading your body north, though the age of the face, blank and ashen, passing forth and away from me, was unclear, the sandy crown of hair powdered white like your feet, but underneath not yet gray. 47, 48, the age of someone's father, and I trembled for your luck, for your broad, dusted back, half-shirted, walking away. I should have dropped to my knees to thank God you were alive. Oh my God, in whom I don't believe. This is called September Poem, and it's the other is a kind of poem of witness that happens on the day of 9/11, and this one takes place a year later. So the date really of this poem would be September 11th, 2002. September Poem. Now can I say, on that blackest day, when I learned of the uncountable, the hell-bent obscenity, I felt, with shame, a seed in me, powerful and inarticulate. I wanted to be pregnant. Women in the street flowing toward home, dazed with grief, and my days admixed with jealous awe. I wondered if they were, or wished for it too, to be full, to be forming, to be giving our blood's food to the yet-to-be, to feel the warp of morning's hormonal chucking, the stutter kiss of first movement. At first, the idea of sex, a further horror, to take pleasure in a collision of bodies, was vile, self-centered, too lush. But the pushy, ennobling pulse of the ordinary won't halt for good taste, or knows nothing of tragedy. Thus, today I have a boy, a week old, blessed surplus, a third child. Have you heard mothers, matter of fact, call the third the insurance policy? That wasn't why. And not because, when so many people die, we want, crudely pining, to replace them with more people. But for the wild heaven-grazing pleasure and pain of the arrival, the small head crushed in Melanie after a journey out. Sheer cliff of the first day, flat in bed, gut empty, ringed by memories and sharp cries. Sharp bliss, in proximity to the roundness, the globe already set a spin, particular, of a whole new life, which might, in any case, end in towering sorrow. This poem, Into the Lincoln Tunnel, is about our daily commute into the city. Into the Lincoln Tunnel. The bus rolled into the Lincoln Tunnel, and I was whispering a prayer that it not be today, not today, please, no shenanigans, no blasts, no terrors, just please the rocking, slightly nauseating gray ride, stop and start, chugga in the dim fellowship of smaller cars, bumper lights flickering hello and warning. Yes, please smile upon these good people who want to enter the city and work, because work is good, actually, and life is good, despite everything. And I don't mean to sound spoiled, but please don't think I don't know how grateful I should be for what I do have. I wonder whom I'm praying to. Maybe Honest Abe himself, craggy and splendid in his tall chair, better than God to a kid. Lincoln, whose birthday I shared, in whom I took secret pride, born, thus I was, to be truthful and love freedom. Now, with a silent collective sigh, steaming out into the broken winter sun, up the ramp to greet buildings, blue brick and brownstone and steel, candy corn pylons and curving guardrails massively bolted, and men in hard hats leaning on resting machines with paper cups of coffee. A cup of coffee, a modest thing to ask Abe for, dark, bitter, fresh as an ordinary morning.